We're live.
We're live. Happy Friday, folks.
Welcome to the zone where the numbers
Got shit to
don't
talk
lie.
about. Got a good
Breaking
show.
it down, play by play, eye to eye. Stats on the board.
Corey, stop messaging me. I'm on the air. It's like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Send me AW, please.
He's messaging you. How do you feel about pot pie?
I don't bother him when he's live on his other shows.
Hear the steel. Running hot takes every day.
We can talk about it later. Thanks, Corey. He's probably watching.
Be on the
It's a Mick Foley
behind the scenes. We break it down. No in-betweens.
I don't know.
Legacy, power, tactics,
For my small brown
I'm trying to get it to go live on the Stu Spark.
This, say it loud. This.
Yeah. All right.
Happy Training Day Friday, folks.
Yep. Day 3 of camp is underway. Welcome.
Day 3.
Welcome to Analytics. This is an Analytics Brown show, so we're going to go over that stuff. Now, we're going to talk about training camp. We're 3 days in. We're going to talk about what we're hearing, what we're seeing. I will be there on the 8th. I'll be hanging out with Ethan and maybe anybody else. If you see me, say, hey, what's up? But that'll be next Saturday, so we'll talk more then.
He's a hugger, folks. Go ahead and get your hug.
of
I'm
course.
joking.
And I do this when I hug. So,
I'm joking, guys.
no, yeah, just come up to me and hug me, complete strangers. See what happens. All right, yeah, I might stink that day just on purpose. Might not shower. Okay, just so you know, hey, this is Analytics. This a part of the Stu Spark Media Network. Thank you for joining us. I'm Lou Marconi at omarconi251 on Instagram and omarconi1973 on X. My friend and co-host at posh_Clevelander on X. You can find her content there and follow her there. Thank you for joining me. Always, Posh, pleasure to have you. Thank you. Let's do a shout out to our sponsor. Let's plug the sponsor of the show, All That Butter, www.allthatbutter.com. Yeah, I still say that because I'm old, but it's allthatbutter.com. And you click on the link, order up some beard butter, skin butter, hair butter, very good products. You plug in the promotional code STEW, the number 15, STEW15, STEW15 for 15% off your order. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Posh, what's up? What do you got for us?
Just excited. Of course, I'm a little sad about not going to training camp, but I'm living. But I love, please, guys, share your photos. We're all Browns family, guys. Share your photos, your pictures, your videos. My bougie girls were at camp today. Love seeing them. But can't wait to see your photos and videos from camp when you go August 8th. Love to hear about it. Let's get into it.
Oh, yeah. I'll do my photos and videos from camp. And if I see anybody else, I'll let you know. I'll probably see other podcasters and stuff. Ethan, I know I'm going to see Ethan there because I know he's coming. So Ethan, and I think his son's coming with him. So
yes, I'm excited about that. I had to give away my ticket, sadly, take care of some family things. I've got, sometimes when you can't give gold, the Browns gold, you're going to do silver. I've got something I'm going to be doing as a substitute. I'll tell you about that later. But yeah, I can't wait to see Ethan. But felt good. It felt good knowing that Ethan is going to be going with his son. It's been a minute. I think Ethan mentioned it's been a minute since he had his son and be able to go to training camp. So it felt good.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. Good for him. Good for everybody. Thank you again for joining us. We're going to, like I said, we're talking about that. I said I have an analytic take on the Myles Garrett trade because I heard a Todd Monken interview discussing it on the Ryan Ripken podcast. So I thought it was interesting what he said, and I had to verify what he said with Jack Duffin. So thank you again for joining us. So let's talk about what have you been paying attention to? What have you been hearing at training camp? I'll tell you what I'm hearing, but I'll let you go first.
What I've been paying attention to is I want to see how the skills are developed, how they're gelling. It's all for me. It's about the O line. If we have time, and let me understand that if we have time, I did want to give you another matchup tonight. I wanted to
Oh,
break
we're gonna
down.
do that. We're gonna do that right after we talk about
Okay,
camp.
yeah, I wanted to
Yeah,
break
of
down
course.
our look at our wide receiver room versus the Bengals. But
We
for
have
me,
time.
for the training camp, I want to see you see how they move, see how they're gelling. See, can't wait to see them in pads. Um,
Yeah.
getting Todd getting comfortable, Todd making his assessment. That's what really is into me. What about you?
Hearing a lot of positive things about Jared Verse, Mason Graham, Michael Hall, Schlesinger. Hearing a lot of good things about the defense. The defense is ahead of the offense, which is expected.
Which is yeah, that's pretty
Which is
common.
expected. Hearing Shador's looking better each day. Watson's not. He's throwing interceptions, but it's practice. A lot of it's situational. So I don't. I'm not putting too much stock into it. But I've always been saying I think not only should Shador start for development of the team and for himself, but I think Shador gives us the best chance to win. That's where I'm at.
I this is not my quote. This is not my quote because I hate when guys steal each other's quote. But I was hanging out in a Twitter space, and a gentleman said, "Please tag this video for whoever said this." But the gentleman said that they feel that the game has left Deshaun has the game has left Deshaun behind. It's not exactly he doesn't have the skill set. It's just that the game he's been out for so long. It's like the game has kind of left you behind. And those words echoed in my head when I'm hearing. I think this is like a consecutive day of interceptions for him. If I
Three and
had
three
to,
days. 3 and 3 days.
I think it's like a second consecutive day. If I had
Yep.
to look at that QB tracker that ESPN is making, you know it's a Browns. You know we're the Browns when we have a camp tracker of interceptions, completions, and touchdowns. Are we the
Yeah.
only? I think we're the only fan base that has that. But
Mm.
the game has
I
quote
doubt it. I
left
doubt it. But go
Watson
ahead.
behind.
Yeah.
And I'm really started. I didn't really get that quote, and I thought about it, but then I really see it now.
I think
Shout
it's
out
the
to that person that
I think
said
it's the suspensions and injuries.
that.
That's really. I mean, it's been since 2020. He basically sat out 21, was suspended most of 22, got hurt in 23, showed rust early 23, but wasn't tearing. Had one good half in Baltimore where he's 14 for 14 and we won the game. 2024, after that injury, he looked terrible. Got ruptured his Achilles, missed like half that season, and missed the whole 2025 season. So he's missed a lot and hasn't played much in the last 5 years, and he's had a lot of injuries. This is just a realistic, honest to God look at it.
I think the only way for me to understand it is I used to be a teacher in 2010. Imagine me trying to go back into teaching now with cell phones and AI and Chat GPT. Imagine me trying to be a teacher now. You know what I mean? I think that's what I think that's the only analogy I can wrap my brain around it. How do you feel about that?
Being a Gen X guy in his 50s trying to hit the job market, and with all this technology and stuff that's being used today, that these younger people are more adaptable, more fluid with, or more adaptable to. They have the propensity to use it better than you. You're like, oh well, I could just type this, and well, no, we got AI, or we got this. Or, it's like, whoa, oh shoot, okay, So it's one of those things. It could be that because I know. Guys in my age that are trying to start over somewhere else or find a job, so it's really tough. It's tough when you're in your 50s trying to find a job. That's why I started this. So you got to start your own stuff. But no, actually, I'm in good shape where I work in my regular corporate job. So I really, the way I look at it, and I think Deshaun, if there's a way he could do it, is you become less expendable when you become more valuable. Bring as much value to the table as you can at your job. So what I do really with my job is I'm helping people that are new there to get up to speed on things and how I do things. 'Cause one of the things they'll tell you about me, and you'll even know this, is I'm very organized. very organized, very much on top of stuff, and they're just like, wow. And even my wife will tell you that. Even people that have worked with me will tell you that. They're like, you know what? I tell you what, he's on it. So, anyway, I'm not to toot my own horn, but one other thing that I'm hearing about a training camp, the receivers are looking a lot better.
Okay.
Hearing a lot of good things about Denzel Boston, hearing a lot of good things about Casey Concepcion, Jerry Jeudy making a few grabs. Just hearing that, especially the draft picks. Spencer Fano's working in some with the ones, but I don't think they're going to throw him in right away with the ones. I think they're going to work him in. I think by the end of the preseason, he'll be starting at left tackle. The defense, the secondary. You're talking about Tyson Campbell, Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, and Ronnie Hickman. That is a elite secondary in the NFL. So the one that the offense is not going to look good against these guys. It's not. And then you're talking about Mason Graham, Michael Hall, Jared Verse, Carson Swester, Quincy Williams looking great too. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm thinking they're pretty much saying this defense is still going to be very good without Myles Garrett, and they're saying that the receivers look better. Quinshon Judkins is looking explosive. So there's a lot of positive news. I think there's one player that's on the physically unable to perform list is Malik Collins because of his injury that was late last year, similar to what happened to Michael Hall, but it looks like Michael Hall's filling his spot.
And I think they're probably going slow. I think they're trying to be cautious probably with them.
I would guess because that was a nasty injury that he had. It was in December. I know with Michael Hall last year, his injury happened in the last game of 2024, so he missed most of 2025. Yeah, so that's all that recovery time. I got a fly in my face. So of course, you're on the air here. So I'm gonna do my John Cena. All right, so that's what I'm hearing. Are you hearing anything different or anything else? Because I'm hearing, I mean, they're trying to say quarterback, Shador's looking better than Watson. They're going on about Taylor Green and
Dylan got a touchdown, I do believe, today.
Yeah, but these are like third and fourth stringers. This is I'm not
So
really putting too much stock in.
I do want them to build their esteem. I do want them to build their esteem. I
Confidence.
want the best out of all of them. You know, even
Of course.
Dilla,
I wanna see good plays. I wanna see
Dylan Gabriel. I want the best out of all of them. I want the best man to win the job. But I love the fact that they're saying that Shador is building every day, building on skills every day. That is what you want.
Oh yeah. So the thing too, we talked about this last week. What Earl DePearl said, what G. Bush said, as as other analysts have said, the more he played, the more reps he got, the more improvement and comfortable he looked. The more he improved, the more comfortable he looked, which comes with experience, and I think that would help him. You don't know until you know. So we still don't know yet. So I don't really want to say, he sucks, he's a bust. He only played 7 games. This is his second year. He was a 5th round pick. You don't have a lot invested in him. You might as well play him. Watson, we know what we have. I hate to say it, but we know what we have. So
Yeah, I don't. Have you? Has he reached his ceiling? What? There's so much
Shador?
secrecy.
You talking about Shador?
Watson.
He's under his floor. I think he's dug a hole. I personally, I just think that he has to go out there and try. He's got his contract. He's got his money. This is his last year with us. We can't cut him. We might as well give him a shot. More than likely, next year he's not going to be here.
Okay.
I'm just saying that. I'm just looking at the analytics of it. And people that are criticizing the trade, like 4 years later, yeah, Andrew Berry's name was on it. He was the GM when it happened, but that wasn't an analytics decision. That was an emotional buy. That was an emotional decision.
Yes, you
Analytics
have to
has a
go
bunch
back
of
to
red
that
flags.
time. You have to. You can't put Monday quarterback this.
No,
and
no.
unless we forget, several other teams was at his door too.
And let
We
me tell
just
you,
had the money and cap space.
well, I'm going to use analytics to beat some narratives here too. Okay. One is that we can't sign players or keep players because of the Watson contract. We extended Denzel Ward and Grant Delpit. Okay, we just did that. People were saying we weren't going to be able to keep them. They're here. They're going to be here for a while. So we didn't trade or lose people because of the contract. The money, the contracts wasn't a problem. The thing that hurt us about that trade, besides how bad he played, was the lack of draft picks that we had in 2022 and 2023.
We couldn't surround. We couldn't put pieces around him. Okay.
Couldn't do it. So that's that. Plus, one other piece of camp news I thought was interesting was from what I'm hearing around the league about Mendoza, the first overall pick,
Okay.
is that he doesn't look like he's ready yet. Kirk Cousins is going to be starting.
Mendoza doesn't look ready yet.
They're saying he doesn't look good at all. I haven't seen it. I'm not there. That's just what I'm hearing.
What's going on?
Don't know.
What about the flash in the pan we saw before? It's just
It's just
translating to the NFL. It's just
In
hard.
the NFL, he's struggling now. It doesn't mean he can't make it, but he's struggling now. So give it some time.
Okay.
Like I said, he could be playing against the Browns when we play them on December. I think it's the 30th, November 30th. It's just
Okay.
last Sunday.
We could
I
still
will be at
see
that
him.
game. I will be at that game with my wife.
Okay. But you're
so-
saying he's struggling. You've heard he's struggling.
That's what I heard. He's struggling. Kirk Cousins
Wow.
is the starter right now, but it's early in camp. A lot of times, rookies, the quarterbacks in their rookie years, if they're drafted high, don't start right away.
Mm-hmm.
That's not unusual.
Okay.
So let's
Wow.
just put it in
I
perspective.
didn't.
Not everything's perfect everywhere else. So with all the camp stuff really put aside, we'll see where we're at next week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to make my own observations on the 8th
Mm-hmm.
when I'm there next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Show the wide receiver board. It's all you got wide receivers against the Bengals.
Yep. Let's take a look.
The Bengals have I'll tell you what, you can say what you want about Cincinnati. They
Mm-hmm.
have much better wide receivers than we did last year.
Let's take a look, guys.
Yeah. So what do we got there? Okay, you point, you talk.
And how does the board look? Okay, good. Okay.
Board
So-
right there. I can see it.
Yep, we're right there. Great thing. We've got the Browns versus the Bengals, and tonight, guys, in our analytics, at Posh underscore Clevelander and at Lou McCarty 1973, we're going to look at the wide receiver room, Browns versus Bengals. Let's take a look. Well, let's look at the Bengals first. We've got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, first strings, and then we've got Mitchell Tinsley and Kobe Young.
Okay.
Okay.
The first two, Jamar Chase and Higgins, are two of the best in the AFC, if not the league.
Mm-hmm. The best. They are the best. Yes. Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So, we'll think about our defense in a second against them. Now, I didn't get a chance to piece out, nor do we know. First string, no, I didn't get a chance to piece out the first string Judy. So, do we know yet? Is Monken settled on who's going to be the first string?
I don't think any position settled yet.
That's what I don't think.
but
I think
just-
you
just
have to
go-
earn your role, earn
but
your
just
stripes.
going
I
by
think
what
you
we have penciled in now is fine. But I don't think anything's set in stone. I think starters and backups are going to be moving in and out, fluctuating as the season progresses, I would think. But go ahead.
Okay. That's what I figured. That's why I kind of wrote it like this, guys. I kind of thought for now this is first string, and I kind of think that this is going to be my second string.
I'm squinting a little bit, but explain to me who you got up there. Read out loud. 'Cause
Yes.
people that might
First
have trouble
string,
seeing
guys,
this.
I have Jerry Judy, Isaiah Bond. And
Okay.
second string, I have Tillman and Casey Concepcion. And I don't know if we may be willing and dealing Thrash. I don't know.
I haven't heard Thrash's name, but I'm hearing Denzel Boston is looking great. He is going to get playing time. I don't know if he'll start. I think he'll get.
I forgot Denzel Bond. Where's my piece of paper?
Denzel Boston. the second round pick.
Denzel Boston. I'm sorry,
The,
guys.
the
How could
good
I
guy.
forget him?
No, it's okay.
He
It's okay. I'm just adding to it.
he's been doing awesome.
He's been
Awesome.
he's got the size and the hands. He's the guy like you jump up and
Okay,
get the ball.
so
He'd be like
I'm
a good
thinking,
red zone type of receiver to jump up
yeah,
and
I'm
get it and
thinking
throw it.
Boston is going to be a solid second string, guys, because I forgot him. And then I'm thinking Tillman. Yeah, Tillman, this is like third year.
Yeah, this might be it for him with us.
Yeah,
He might
I'm
be on the
thinking
bubble.
Tillman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tillman, and Tillman may be on his way out, and then we'll have definitely have Thrash and Concepcion. Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a trade. They make a trade somewhere for Tillman. So I'm thinking a trade for Tillman before the end of the season. Is there what's the trade window before the season starts? Is there a time for trades?
There's a trade deadline, I think November 10th.
November 10th. Okay.
November
November
10th. So
10th. Okay.
yeah, people were thinking Denzel Ward might get traded, but he just got extended. So I think that he's planning on staying here, and they're planning on keeping him.
Okay.
He's in a
So
long-term plans.
so that is a pretty so
Yeah.
how do you feel about our defense with these guys? Can we stop them?
If you go ahead, Paz. I'll let you finish before I say answer the
Do
question.
you think are there's Jamar Chase speed, T Higgins speed? I'm trying to remember because sometimes I throw up when I watch Bengals games. So, what are they? Are they speed able to get open? What are they doing for
Well,
separate? How are they with
let me
separate?
just, if you could use the past as an indicator,
Okay.
we're one of the few teams defensively that match up very well against Joe Burrow and those receivers.
Okay.
Our defense won the game, the last game of the season last year. Myles Garrett got the sack record. Joe Burrow played. I mean, we beat them 20-18 with the last second field goal, but our defense scored 14 of those points.
Okay.
If you remember,
So
we scored 2 touchdowns. Devin Bush had a touchdown return, interception return for a touchdown, and I believe a backup defensive back got a fumble recovery and returned it for a touchdown too. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head.
okay. So we're going to. So they are. So you always have to plan that people have watched the old film of us beating them, and they're going to try to work out a plan against that. So, right. So I think that we just going to have to just focus on canceling out their speed, and I'm happy to see Verse. I can't wait to see Verse at this game. I can't wait to see
Yeah,
Verse. I want him to eat it up.
people like veteran guys like Von Miller, Max Crosby, were watching his film saying when he gets another move or two, he'll be a double-digit sack guy, even 20 sack guy. He's on the upswing, so we can talk about him. I'm hearing positive things about him. I'm hearing positive things about the draft, the first 2 rounds of draft picks, including Fano, and Casey Concepcion, and Denzel Boston, and Emmanuel.
Yes.
So a lot of good positive things.
And I'm sorry, Boston, I forgot your name. There's a great cut of Boston hugging the kids today. I'm sorry, Boston, I didn't put you on the board because I'm really proud of him. He was a great pick. Once again, shout out to AB and the organization for a great draft, the best draft, I think.
I think he hit this draft like he did last year's draft. I think he did. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see when the season. We'll see how they play, and we'll see how the other guys come along in their second year. Still remains to be seen, but it looks good. Let's do this for a second. The Haslams. Well, J.W. Johnson and Jimmy Haslam had a press conference today.
Oh, yes.
They did. We just kind of just briefly. They talked the stadium's on schedule, which I think, despite the garbage you're hearing, guys, it's happening. They're digging the big
It's
hole in
happening.
Brook Park. I'm going to drive by it next weekend. I might even. He was like, hey, wave at
I
the
would
guys
love for you to
doing it.
drive by if you can, get me some pictures. I would love it if you could do that.
I'll see what I can do. I'll have to get off and go to Engle Road and get some pics and everything. But I'll see what I
Your
can do.
safety first, please. If it's a
I'm
bad
driving-
neighborhood, don't
driving-
get shot.
No,
Okay.
it's Brook Park. Come on.
Okay.
It's Brook Park.
Don't
Yeah.
get caught by a hooker.
Yes. Yeah. 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 No. No. Thank you. No. 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 No.
Come up and see me sometime.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So, okay, let's change the subject here. But no, no, no. They were talking about the stadium. It's on time. But they were talking about this. Like, there's a narrative and a myth that's I don't say it's a myth, but to say, oh, they're just building, they're tanking, they're setting up for 2029. This does not act like and sound like a team that's going to tank in 2026. But they said, but they're not saying, hey, we're a playoff team. They're thinking playoffs 2027. Okay, which is great. Okay, that's fine. I could see that happening. But this season, Haslam made a comment about the Vegas odds have him at 5.5 wins. He goes, I bet the over.
Yeah, okay.
I
Okay.
said that. A lot of
You
other people
first
have.
of all, when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. Lou said that. Lou said that. Okay.
Lou said that. God damn it.
Yes, Lou said 5 games.
Oh, I said like at least 7 or 8. I could see 8, maybe even 9. I could. Well,
But you
I'm not
said
saying
at worst 5 games. I remember. I
oh,
remember.
I think at least 6. I'm saying at least 6 because the schedule's a lot easier, and I think we're a lot better than we were last year. Just on offense, defense might not be as elite because of minus Myles Garrett, but it's still going to be very good. It's still going to be top 10. I wouldn't be surprised top 8, top 7.
Oh gosh, I
But
love
let's
our Cleveland fans. Look, someone said, "Do not let this guy near the betting table."
okay, okay.
So,
He's worth billions of dollars. He can do whatever the hell he wants. So just you put it all on green there, Jimmy. Let's see what
JW
happens.
looked like, oh gosh, JW.
They called him the dime store Jerry Jones. Yeah, that's what they call.
I
It's
know DNA is crazy. Is he
a
related?
TNA. A
How are they
team.
related?
Who?
JW, how is he related to him?
They hit his son-in-law.
Son-in-law. Okay, okay. He's not related to him.
Not by blood, by marriage.
Wow, talk about falling in love with someone that looks like your dad. I mean, really, he looks like his
No,
son.
I mean, I'm not saying these guys are incompetent and they don't know what they're doing. I'm just saying, no, no, no. I'm seriously, or they're not willing to spend the money. I'm just saying the organizational stance right now is not to tank, but they're trying to win games while they're building a winning culture. You don't build a winning culture by losing. You win.
I think what he was doing was shooting. He wants more than 5 games. He's just shooting under well, so he doesn't
No, he
under.
said bet the over. I'd bet the over on 5.5 games. He expects to win 6 games or more this
Uh-huh.
year. So I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying we're gonna win. I'm not predicting a number. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
be better than we were last year
Yeah.
because that offense was bottom 2 of the league. They invested in the offense with free agents, trades, and draft picks. So let's see what happens.
What do you call JW again?
No, I call Jimmy Haslam. They call him the Timu Jerry Jones.
Oh gosh.
That's somebody. I wasn't the first one to do it. I think somebody from the Chat
Speaking of Jerry
Sports.
Jones, I think Jerry Jones had a tumble at camp.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
He had like a medical emergency. He's getting up. How
Oh,
old is
oh,
he?
is this true?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, I'm seeing this one. Vita Vea going to the Seahawks for a second-round pick and QB Jalen Milroy. Is that true?
Oh.
This was 6 hours ago. It's called NFL Drop. I don't understand. I don't know.
Okay, do not trust NFL drop.
Okay, yeah, I just saw it on Twitter. Let me see.
Okay, don't trust NFL drop.
Well, I mean, if that happened, I mean, it looks like it was 6 hours ago. So let me see. If
Don't
it's
trust
anything
NFL
else.
drop.
Let me see.
No.
No, that's NFL Drop. Yes. No, no, it wasn't true.
Okay,
No, it
yeah,
wasn't true.
don't trust
No,
NFL
I was
drop.
just. Let's briefly go into that because I mean Baker Mayfield publicly
Yes,
said that he
the
wasn't
Baker
happy.
Mayfield. Why? Okay, the best thing y'all ever had in a while was Baker.
With
Why
the
are they
Browns.
not reaching a contract? I would want
I
to.
don't. he felt
we should deal with
insulted
them.
by their offer. I don't know what the offer was.
He felt insulted. And I don't understand. I would want my quarterback to have peace of mind, to be able to focus, even though I know his agent is handling it. I would want him to have peace of mind. Why are you kidding me? Why are they doing this? What is the full story about that? And can we absorb? We don't. I had someone was sharing, could we absorb his contract? Of course, we always have
Well,
this
I know
relationship
it's
with
pretty
that.
much he's going to be a free agent if they don't cut. But a lot can happen between now and then. They're just mad that he publicly spoke out, and he does this. That's Baker. It's not always grass isn't always greener somewhere else. This is
Yes.
only in Cleveland. Only in Cleveland. That stupid crap that I hear. Our guys are getting extended. We're not cash strapped. We're not money strapped. We got daddy war books shelling out dough. I mean, we do. So whether he comes here or not, I don't know. Jadeveon Clowney might come back too. I would love to have
Oh,
him.
that story.
I would love to have him, but I think Seattle's also interested. Let's see what happens. He had 8.5 sacks with the Cowboys last year. He was their leading sack leader. So he could bring pressure.
So he tried out today. He tried out recently this week with us.
He met with them, and they'll see what happens. I mean, nothing's been signed, nothing's been done yet. If he comes back, he does. It'd be great. But the Baker Mayfield stuff. Look what's happening. I mean, he had a good year, got another contract, great. Now it's like they're trying to figure something out, and contract negotiations get ugly. Sometimes they get messy, sometimes they get nasty.
Okay.
The best thing to do is not go public with anything. He did that, which was wrong on his part.
Okay.
Don't let your agent handle it. Just all you got to say is yes, there are talks, but my agent's handling it. That's what I pay. That's what I hired him for. He's going to handle it. I'm not really going to comment on it because it's a negotiation right now. And I guarantee the team would probably take that same stand too. Yeah, we're not going to comment on it. Because things can be said or things can be interpreted a certain way, and you just don't want to do that. So he shouldn't have said anything. His agent's probably telling him to shut the fuck up. Like, dude, shut up. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had nothing against Baker Mayfield. I had no problem when he was here. So here we are. But that's that. So I just said, like, look, right, was it the right decision to let him go? You got to remember where everything was at that time. So there's a lot. Let's take a moment and pause here because I want to go over some analytical stuff because it is an analytics show. We kind of been doing things analytically. The mark of a successful team, let's just start with this premise, is building your team with draft picks, especially your first and second round picks. Those are your premium picks. So most teams in 10 years have 20 picks, okay, in the first and second round, one each, 20 picks, okay. Recently, it wasn't too long ago, James Harrison pointed out about with the podcast he does with Joe Hayden about what the Steelers have done wrong and why they haven't won a playoff game in a decade. Okay? And people think, oh, this team's just kind of stuck in the middle, they're mediocre, they'll make the playoffs, maybe not, and then they don't do anything when they get in the playoffs. Well, out of their first and second round picks since 2016, okay? Since 2016, what you consider a look at being successful with those picks is getting a second contract after your rookie deal. 2 out of those 20 have gotten that. 2, Freiermuth, Watt from the Steelers. Okay, they haven't been drafting well. They're not everything is the grass isn't always greener in Pennsylvania. Just say that. It's not. Just making that point. These are facts. This is James Harrison, a former Steeler player. Well, I don't think he'll play again, but a retired Steeler player said. Okay, this is what he pointed out. And Hayden agreed with him. Joe Hayden agreed with him, who played for both Cleveland and Pittsburgh.
They have a show together.
They have a show together. Which I said, wow, that made me think. Go back 10 years, 2026 to 2016. I'm going to go through this. These are the players, first, second round picks, that the Cleveland Browns have given a second contract to. 2016 was none, neither. 2017, Myles Garrett, David Njoku. The other picks was Jabril Peppers and Deshaun Kaiser. So
Okay.
those two, we got two right there. We got second contracts, even third. Okay. 2018, first and second round picks. We had four. Baker Mayfield, Denzel Ward, what the hell, Austin something was his name. He was a guard, but he ended up going somewhere else. He really didn't plan on. And Nick Chubb. So those players got second contracts. Was Denzel Ward? He's on his third now. Okay, and Nick Chubb had a second contract, but the injury. Okay, he did get a second contract. He was a hit for a pick. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He was a hit. Okay, there you go. 2019, we didn't have a first round pick, and I'm trying to think. Second round pick was couldn't even think who it was. Who was the 2019 second round pick? I can't even remember who it was, but it was non-consequential. Didn't really. Oh, it was Greedy Williams. Greedy Williams.
Okay.
And he really he was a decent player, but he didn't
He
get a
got
second.
hurt,
He
yeah.
didn't get a second contract. Had a problem with his shoulder.
Poor thing had a
Yeah.
little UFL time.
Okay, let's go 2020. Jed Wills, we know how that turned out. But
Don't say that name.
2020 just got extended with a second round pick of Grant Delpit. So it's okay. So right there, you've got Myles Garrett, David Njoku, Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, Grant Delpit. That's five. And that's just in 2020.
They got extended for second contract.
They got second contracts with the Browns. That's five. Then let's go to 2021. Okay. I'm going to count this. Greg Newsome was traded for Tyson Campbell. He's parlayed. So Tyson Campbell, yes, I consider that a hit because we made that pick into a hit by trading Greg Newsome for Tyson Campbell. So I'm going to count that, even though it wasn't a pick, but we used that asset to get him. So I'm going to count that.
Okay.
2021 second round pick was Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I'm not going to count him as one of the players because he's not under contract now. He had the injury. He would have gotten a contract, but he got hurt. Okay, 2022, 2023, we didn't have first and second round picks. Now we're getting in the nitty gritty. Okay, so really, seriously, you're at 6 before you get into 2024. 6.
People that were able
6
to
people that were able to do that, while the Steelers are sitting at 2. Let's just point this out, okay? Just hear me out. 2024, the Myles Garrett trade. Got Jarrett Verse. Okay? So take out Myles Garrett, have Jarrett Verse, you're still at 6. 2024 second round pick, Michael Hall. That's 7. 2025 first round pick, Mason Graham. That's 8. Second round pick, Carson Schlesinger. That's 9. Second round pick, Quinshawn Judkins. That's 10. Just that. Okay? That's 10. You hit on 50% of your draft picks, you're going to Canton. Follow me, people. Follow me. Okay, here we are. Now, you follow this year. From what we're hearing, if these players pan out, if they're just good, like they get a second contract, they're good enough to get a second contract. Not talking Hall of Fame, not talking elite level, Pro Bowl, just good. Spencer Fano, Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, Emmanuel McNeil Warren, who's considered the steal of the draft, by the way. That would put us at 14.
Wow.
14 going back 10 years.
That's pretty damn good. That's remarkable.
And still we've got 6 first 2-round picks in 2 years. 2026, not 2027, and 2028. Excuse me. Okay, see what I'm saying? You hit on those two, like half of those, you'll have 17 good players on your team. And I'm not even counting Harold Fannin. I'm not counting Dylan Sampson. I'm not counting Shador Sanders. Okay? These guys could be good players. I mean, Harold Fannin's going to be a really good player.
Yes.
He's probably going to get a second contract. I think Dylan Sampson is too. I think he's a great change of pace, third down back. Wonderful fourth round pick. Shador Sanders could be a good starting NFL quarterback, good enough to play. Because if you build up the team around him, he could be good enough. It could be good enough. It could be. I'm not saying he is or he isn't. Could be. We'd have to wait and see. But do you see my point? Let's go back. Let's think this through. From 1999 to 2015. That's 16 years, 32 picks. You know, who do we get second contracts to? Do you want to know how many players there were in that period of time?
3.
Okay, can you name them?
No.
Joe Thomas?
Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas was the only first rounder.
Batonio.
That's 2. I'll give you a hint. He's a linebacker. He was a second round pick. He was a linebacker. You got to.
Ozzie Newsome?
No. Second round.
Second round? Not sure.
2004. Second round pick,
2004?
DeQuell Jackson.
Okay.
He ended up going to the Colts, but we got a second contract out of him. So, yeah, let me go over some past picks. Like, he had Danny Shelton, Cam Irving, Johnny Manziel, Justin Gilbert, Barkevius Mingo.
Jedrick Willis on the
Trent
Browns
Richardson,
and on the
Randy
Bears
Bird.
right now.
But yeah, at least that. Trent Richardson, Brandon Whedon, Phil Taylor, Joe Hayden. Let's make it 4. Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden, the one on the show. Yes.
Joe Hayden.
Yeah.
Just Joe Hayden. Alex Mack got traded. But there could be 5. We could say 5. Alex Mack. Cameron Wimbley, no. Braylon Edwards, no. Kellen Winslow, no. Jeff Faye, no. William Green, no. Gerard Warren, no. Courtney Brown, no. Tim Couch, no. So you got maybe 5. 5 out of 5 what out of 30?
That's crazy. Going back. So it's like 30 going back to 99.
Yeah, because Josh Gordon was Josh Gordon, no. Leon McFadden, no. Nate Orchard, no. Greg Little, no. T.J. Ward, Monterio Hardesty, no. Mohamed Massaquoi and Brian Robisky weren't the same. They were no's. Eric Wright was a no. Sean Jones had potential, but I think he got hurt. Andre Davis, no. Quincy Morgan, no. Kevin Johnson, no. So I mean, you just saw, like I said, you might be up, but Alex Mack wanted to get traded. He got moved.
He asked to get traded?
As far as I remember, I don't think he got a second contract with us. I think we traded him to. No, something happened. He was a restricted free agent. We matched it. So yes, and then he got traded to the Falcons. He finished his career with the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so he did get one, but he went to the Falcons. He got traded. To the
Okay. He didn't get injured or anything like that. He
No.
left healthy. He left healthy. Okay. He left us healthy. Okay.
And Joe Hayden, 6 years in, we waived them, and the Steelers picked them up, which was the dumbest thing ever. We let him go, which I don't know why they did that. That was a Sashi Brown type of move. So maybe you could say 5. We had 5 good players. Maybe Alex Mack.
And how long did Hayden play for them? A year, 2 years?
He played a little while. Yeah, I could look up Joe Hayden's career.
Look up
But
Joe Hayden.
do you see the difference though?
Yes.
The difference, and see, my point being was, it's like, this whole
That explains where they are now.
Oh,
That explains where they are now. He really
There's a reason.
James Harrison. I don't like James Harrison, even though he
he's
went to
right,
my
he's
alma
right.
mater.
Right.
But that explains. That does explain where they are now.
Yeah, he's 100% right on that though. And everybody thinks that only in Cleveland, only Ravens, which is completely stupid. Let's just see. Let's see. I'm looking here on Wikipedia. He first round Cleveland Browns 2010 and 2016. He played with the Steelers 2017 to 2021.
Oh, okay.
Played like 5 years with them and 6 years with us, 6-7 years with us. So he was the 7th overall pick. He was
That was cool though. He announced the Browns pick. That was cool. He still
in Pittsburgh, and they were booing him for because he had the Brown stuff on. But honestly, it gives you I'm not just coming out here waving pom poms and rah rahing this. I'm giving you reasons to be optimistic. I'm not just being Mr. Positive or Mr. Brightside. Yes, the Deshaun Watson deal sucked. It was terrible. It blew up. But they're pivoting from it. It's going to take some time to do that. Now, if they hit on Shador as a draft pick, we're in a really good spot. Okay? Really, really good spot. Now, put it in perspective what Todd Monken said on that show. Because he talked about this. Because you said you can never replace Myles Garrett. Can we honestly say that? He's irreplaceable.
Wow, that's what everyone is saying, but
can't.
yeah, you can never replace Myles Garrett.
No,
but,
you never. Just
yeah,
like
when you
replacing.
can't have gold, you can have silver. Silver will
Well,
do.
Leroy Kelly started after Jim Brown retired, and Leroy Kelly had a Hall of Fame career.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that Jared Verse could have a Hall of Fame career coming in to replace Myles Garrett. So he could.
Did you see the audience? I was looking at the clips. The audience, Browns fans were yelling for Verse. They were so excited.
People that aren't from here see the passion, the loyalty, and the enthusiasm that we have, and they're in awe of it. They're like,
The Browns fans were like yelling and then the smile on Boston's face. People, I mean, the rookies, seeing all of the fans. That's what I saw in the clips.
yeah, let's just say what he was talking about, okay? So they gave up Myles Garrett. They got Jared Verse. They got a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick. First round 27, second round 28, third round 29. So you got 3 players, 3 picks. They consider Jared Verse worth 2 first-rounders. Okay? That's what he honestly said that. That's the way they valued him. All right, great. But he also said there's $30 million in cap relief now after the trade next season, next offseason. They're going to get $30 million in extra cap space. And he kind of said, hey.
Breathing room.
Well, no, he just looked up and not really saying now after we get out of the Deshaun contract because he's not going to comment on that. But he said, that's another player or 2 we can sign. And when I heard that, I was like, huh. That's when I messaged Jack Duffin, a friend and colleague, if you want the Brown Report, because he's like a salary cap guru. And he said, yes, that's accurate, even though it's not that important. But it's accurate. And it's a way to sell it to the fans to say, hey, look, yeah, right now it might feel light, but the same thing that J.W. Johnson said and Jimmy Haslam said, it's what we do with these picks now will tell us in the future if it was the right trade or not. Because right now we got Jared Verse. They weren't making the deal without him. And that, if it was just for a bunch of draft picks, I'd be like, I'd be so rolling. That's why I don't feel so bad about it as I did once I kind of look here. Give me the information. Let me process this. Let me see what happened because I didn't think Myles was going anywhere when I was wrong. But so think about that. A $30 million of cap space can sign a very good player, depending on what position. You could sign 3 $10 million players that could be very good that you might need, or 2 $15 million, or 1 $30 million. So really, that puts you in a spot where you can pick up people. That's just you see how that they're looking at big picture wise, because Myles Garrett did break that sack record. We only won 5 games. He had 5 sacks against the Patriots, and we got our butts kicked. And we got our butts kicked because our offense couldn't do shit. That's what it was. Our offense was just like god awful, and it's like, and I remember listening to it. I was actually cutting grass. And here, it was before we moved into this house, but I was cutting the grass here, and I had it on my ear. I was listening to it on the radio because I got so disgusted. By halftime, I was out cutting grass, and just hearing Nathan Zegura on the radio saying it's the same old story every week. We can't move the ball on offense. We can't run the ball. We can't do this. We can't do that. Our offensive line's not getting a push. We're not, and it was just that. If they're saying it on the radio, you don't think the front office saw it and the coaches saw it?
They did.
And yeah, so I'm just seeing so do you see where I'm going with the analytics of all this, that there is reasons to be optimistic. However, it's what they do with all these assets. Like, did they hit since 2024 with the Jared Verse, which I think he's a hit. I think he's going to be a great player. I think Michael Hall's worth a first round. He's a first rounder. He'll get a second contract. I would be shocked if he didn't. I think the top 3 picks of 2025, including 2 more picks with Harold Fain and Dylan Sampson, will get a second contract. And I think all 4 from the first 2 rounds last year. That's 11 players in three drafts that you're going to have second contracts with that are good. Just good players. Good to excellent. And I think Schlesinger, Graham, and Verse can develop to elite. They could. I don't see why not, because I think I'm hearing nothing but wonderful things about Mason Graham so far.
I am excited for them to have a full training camp. This is great. I do need the O line. I do need the offense to pick up the pace. I do. We can't have, and I think that there's a healthy competition. I think we're going to start to see now that the defense has had, this is day 3 under their belt, and they're going to hear the story about how the defense is ahead. They've got I think the offense is really going to pick up here. You've got Shador staying late. You've got Shador working with the 3rd string quarterback, or the 4th string quarterback, the rookie. It's going to be picking up. It's going to pick up. It's going to pick up. It's going to pick up.
I agree. It's got to pick up. I think it's going to be behind. It might take the offense a couple weeks into the season to start hitting strides and looking better, but we'll see. I mean, it could evolve as we go. Things could change. I kind of want to see how this team is and what we got. I want to see clean football. Another thing I'm hearing too is that these camps, compared to the last 4 years with Stefanski, are a lot more physical and a lot more just physical. I think that'd be the word. They're just more physical.
I want caution though. It's time for some rest, I believe, and Shador has been throwing that ball every day. I do want them to get some rest into their muscles, hydrate. I just want to make sure they get some rest. What is their off day tomorrow? Do they have off
I think
day
off day
tomorrow?
is Sunday.
Off day is Sunday. Okay.
They're
I just
practicing
want
tomorrow.
some off day here.
They'll get an off day on Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
considering
we- yeah.
what they, I mean, one of the things I don't know if you want to know this, but how else can I put this? Don Shula's practices and training camps in Miami were like they said they were just very physically taxing for players. So
Well, that was when.
there's a different time back then, but I'm
Yeah, meat was more grass fed, and you know.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm just pointing out that they don't really do 2-a-day practices like they used to. They don't. It's
2-a-day practices.
Oh yeah, I did it when
Don
I was
Shula did 2-a-day practices
yeah, he did 2-a-day. They used to do it all the time. I did it in high school.
in Miami Heat.
Yeah.
I can see starting to practice like early when it was cool, but that's probably why they did it. They was started probably early and maybe ended 12 and then started up again around close to the evening time, maybe when it was getting cool. Oh my goodness.
Let me try to get a score. We didn't even talk about baseball score.
I want to look up and see when did Don Shula do his practices.
Yeah,
Oh
take a
my
look.
goodness.
I remember he had them practicing.
I bet that's how he would run it.
Well,
No
Cleveland
wonder why
lost-
that guy invented Gatorade.
Cleveland
No
lost the
wonder.
guy to the Diamondbacks, to Arizona, 4-1. So
No wonder why.
yeah. So okay, and they play again tomorrow at 7:15. So all right, just going over everything.
Wow, it was the fastest hour ever. I can't believe it.
We're 54 minutes in, but we got to everything. I wanted to make sure that people understood that there was a serious look at everything, and I'm gonna kind of reiterate this over and over again. Guys, just look at the numbers, look at the analytics of this, and it's people. I think the biggest mistake is they try to put it on one person, or they put it on. Analytics is a tool, and there was a department that was started by a guy named DePodesta. He didn't really make the decisions; he just gave them the information. So they always need like a bad guy to do that, you know. Let me see if I got the right music here. Yes, I do. Take the moment here to thank Posh for joining us. Thank all of you for joining us. We appreciate it.
See you next week from camp.
We'll be here next week. I'll be there. Thank you guys so much. And like I said, look at the numbers. Just look at the numbers.
Paul Brown. Guys, my Paul Brown chain, guys. He's gonna rep it at camp, guys. There's a reason why I have Paul Brown on my chain, guys. I have an actual name.